Welcome back, everybody, to Ghost in the Cloud, your anime podcast. And as always, your hosts, Bridget and John. This week, we're talking about Fruits Basket, one of my personal favorites, or also known as Furutsu Basketto.
Sure.
Before that, we're going to get into news. First on the list, G-Kids announced on Tuesday that it's acquired the North American distribution rights to Studio Panox Mary and the Witch's Flower. That means that the movie will finally be released in the States, and they're aiming to release it this winter. So, finally,
cool.
very excited. Yep.
Revealed on Tuesday, the planned television anime adaptation of Toshiki Inou's Osamu Kine and Keita Amamiya's Sword Guy Sword Guy manga will now premiere on Netflix worldwide simultaneously in spring 2008.
Bam.
Look for it.
So this one was very interesting to me as an artist. New York City Museum of Modern Art, also known as MoMA, will screen the film Ghost in the Shell 2: Innocence as part of its Future Imperfect, the uncanny and science fiction exhibit. So an anime movie is going to be playing in an art museum. That is pretty awesome. I don't think I've ever heard that before in the States.
Oh, how the times have changed.
I know. I feel like all the cool stuff happens over in Japan, and here, 2 hours from where we are, I'm going to have to go and see that. So the tickets are going to go on sale for the 2 showings on August 4th and 5th.
Oh no, that means that's today. They're not getting this podcast for another 2
Damn
days.
It. No! I didn't realize the dates. Oh my god, wait, I need to get dressed and get back out there.
We gotta tweet something. We'll tweet something.
Damn it. Oh my god. It dawned on me as I read the dates. It's like, crap.
Alright, well, to keep this going, the official Facebook page for Adult Swim's Toonami block announced that they will air Outlaw Star beginning on August 19th at 2:30 a.m. The show is replacing Ghost in the Shell standalone complex, which is ending soon. Outlaw Star had been previously showcased on the Toonami block, so I'm glad they're bringing it back.
Yeah, so if that's where you guys get your anime,
keep an eye out.
You gotta watch it. So, and then last news this week is the official website of the Ghibli Museum has revealed their list of upcoming shorts, and these shorts will play at the museum's theater through October. And Miyazaki's planned CG short, Kemushi Noboro, which is Boro the Caterpillar. Cute. This was previously stated to be debut this past July, and it has yet to be released. Miyazaki also previously stated that he wants to return to making an anime feature film.
Mic drop.
Yeah, I know. That's my dream. I hope so. He presented a project proposal for a feature-length film back in August of 2016, and despite not officially receiving a green light for the feature film, he's already decided to start animation work on the project. So
you can't stop Miyazaki.
He's like a wizard. He's like a magician.
He's a machine.
He's amazing. So that would be amazing to see, another movie from him. So I hope it happens.
Yeah. And that's your news for this week. On to Word of the Week.
Word of the Week is Junichi. So in Japan for a long time, there was the Junichi, which is a zodiac calendar imported from China. The calendar cycle is completed every 12 years, and each year is assigned to a symbolic animal name. The rat, the bull, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, sheep, monkey, rooster, dog, and boar. The sequence of zodiac animals always remains consistent. For example, sheep will always follow after the monkey. This is a very traditional way to denote the different years, and in present-day Japan, they still make use of it in order to refer to the years. So, Junichi is not only used in Japan, it's also in a lot of different countries, like China and Korea, Tibet, Thailand, even Russia, Mongolia, and Vietnam. But in the other countries, the animals can vary a little bit, but not always the same. It's a cool word. It gives you a background on the different animals in the Japanese zodiac calendar. That's very important for Fruits Basket.
Very true. So Fruits Basket, originally a Japanese shoujo manga series written and illustrated by Natsuki Takaya from 1998 to 2006. The manga series was adapted into a 26-episode anime series directed by Kitaro Daichi. It premiered in Tokyo TV on July 5th, 2001, with the final episode airing on December 27th, 2001. The series is also aired in France, Spain, and Vietnam.
Whoa!
Here in the States, Funimation aired the series in dubbed English, which is how we watched it.
I think this show is the only one where I actually prefer the English dubbed over Japanese subs.
Say what?
I know, I always tell people, you have to watch it with the English sub, and thanks. But I feel like in this case, I think that the English voices, their tone and their pitch, I think everything about them just sounds more natural. And I think it just suits the characters better. I don't know, when I heard the Japanese voices, they were like an octave higher, and they're just, I don't know, they just didn't match the people. Maybe it's because I watched it in English first, but English voice actors, fantastic.
Yeah, it was quite fun. Something we're going to try and do for you guys moving forward is to give you an avenue of where to find the anime. So,
of course,
currently, it's available on Hulu.
Sure is.
Now, I don't know if Hulu offers a free
nothing in life is free, is it?
Service. I'm pretty sure it's not very expensive. If you're interested, you can
I think it's
probably
like
find it online.
Same as Crunchyroll.
We don't condone stealing it.
No, that's bad.
But anyway, you could also read the manga too.
I'm actually reading the manga right now. I'm reading it for free on mangareader.net. I just Googled and I found it, and it's free, and I like free, and
free is good.
Yeah, and it's cute, so.
All right, so let's dive into it. I'm going to give you a quick synopsis. The series tells the story of Toru Honda, an orphan girl who, after meeting Yuki, Kyo, and Shigure Soma, learned that 12 members of the Soma family are possessed by the animals of the Chinese zodiac,
also known as Shunichi. Ooh.
And they are cursed to turn into their animal forms when they are weak, stressed, or when they are embraced by anyone of the opposite sex that is not possessed by a zodiacal? That can't be a word. Spirit. Essentially, if they get hugged. The show follows their daily lives and interactions, and it can get pretty serious at times.
Yeah, and adorable, so.
So, quick question. Why is it called Fruits Basket?
And not Fruit Basket. So, the word fruits in the title is always plural. And the spelling originates from the transcription from the English word fruit into Japanese, where there is no tu sound, it's tsu instead. So the title comes from the name of a popular game played in Japanese elementary school, Fruit Basket, but they can't say the tu, so they say the tsu, and it always sounds plural, so it just sticks. So
wait, is that an actual game? Or is that like something made for the anime?
It's in the show, and they do explain what the game is.
Right, but is it an actual game like outside of the show?
Yeah, it was like an elementary school game. Like hide and seek
blown.
And, those kind of games.
Mind blown.
Yeah. Fruitsu. So when they say fruitsu, it sounds like fruits. So, Fruits Basket.
So the show is set in modern-day Japan, focuses on the relationships pretty much between Toru Honda, Kyo Soma, and Yuki Soma. And then it brings in a variety of other characters.
Yeah, the
mostly
family
the Soma family, who each have their own very interesting personality quirks. And you get to learn about them as well as Toru's friends and sort of just her daily life.
So one thing that we actually suspected and found out was true was that the opening song, which is a really cute song by the way, is actually sang by the English voice actresses of Kagure and Toru. So we recognized that the singer sounded familiar. It sounds like Toru. It turned out that, it was the voice actress of Toru, and they said Kagure's voice actress also did a part. I thought that was interesting. It's cute. It's cute. See how many times I'm going to say cute.
Cute?
Cute.
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 The Fruits Basket manga series is one of the top manga series. Damn it! I'll do it again.
Okay.
The Fruits Basket manga series.
Manga!
Man, I don't know why I can't do it. The Fruits Basket manga series is one of the top manga series in both Japan and the US. It received the 2001 Kodansha Manga Award in the Shoujo Manga category and the Best Manga Award at the 2007 American Anime Awards. In 2001, the anime won an Animage Anime Grand Prix Award. Yay!
It's probably wrong, but it's going good. In Japan and the United States, they won awards, so that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it shows.
If I had an award,
I would give it one. It says a lot
about
the show. The show has a charisma that brings you in, because initially I was just like, oh, lovely, another cute sort of girly show. And as the show progressed, I was just like, I actually really like these characters. They're all distinctly different.
Yeah,
very much. They all have their strengths and their weaknesses, and it's very fun to watch them grow throughout the show. And the show's short; it's only 26 episodes. was.
Don't quote us on that.
I could have swore I was here.
Main character, Toru, is just such a pure-hearted, just kind person. I saw a lot of Fruits Basket fans are always saying, like, everyone should strive to be a little more like Toru.
There's a very well-known quote, "Don't mistake my kindness for weakness." And that is something that is so true to Toru's character. She is so incredibly strong, and you wouldn't initially think so. But, like, she takes on so much, and she manages to hold it together, even when, like emotional and physical, like, things are attacking her. And you just, like, it's very hard to watch it at points, because you're like, how is she not broken yet?
Yeah, and and she chooses to take it on by herself, because she doesn't want to inconvenience her friends. She doesn't want to be a burden on them. They've already done so much for her, so she takes it on all by herself. First scene of the show was her living in a tent because she knew that her friends didn't have the space for her. And
spoiler warning.
It's not a spoiler.
It's not a spoiler. It was first episode, but
oh yeah, that's right.
Her mom has passed away.
I mean,
prior to the events.
Yeah,
of,
before
like,
the show starts. So you find out, like, in the very first second of the show that, she's orphaned, her mom passed, her only living parent had passed. She's such a good person, but it's to the extreme where she's not taking the time to really take care of herself. She's always looking out for other people. So that's when you have to wonder, is she being too nice? Or should she draw the line somewhere and still, like, she should really look out for herself? Because there's some scenes where she's working so hard and taking so much time out of her day for everything and everyone else that she gets physically sick. That's where
very true. But
the quote that you said kind of ties in, where it's more of a strength than a weakness.
Yeah, it's very true. And, like, you see how that impacts on every character she meets.
Every single one of them.
So, not only does she meet the majority of the Soma family, she has these two sort of long-running friends. One of the friends, I'm going to get the name right, hold on. Saki Hanajima. She is a very weird girl. Like, she has these electrical powers.
Yeah.
And, like, she even says, like, in the show, my weakness is Toru.
Yeah.
Like, I can't have her being upset. Like, I need... Toru Honda wants to make everyone happy. And here, one of her best friends, Saki, all she wants to do is make sure that she's okay. You get that a lot throughout all the characters. Kyo, Yuki, they each try to, like, protect her in their own way. Kyo is very brash and he's very in your face and, like, explosive. You see how Toru changes him over time, and you see how he's sort of giving her advice that, you got to be more assertive sometimes. Like, it's okay.
It's okay to ask for something.
Yeah,
it's okay to
if
want
something goes wrong. Like, we can handle it.
He's like sometimes you got to speak up for yourself and ask for something if you want it. And she's like, okay.
And every character finds themselves so drawn to Toru. She has this presence that just brings people in. And it's soothing. But, like, even myself, I was just like, man, I really hope Toru, like, comes out on top at the end, because this is, like, there are times when it's really stressful. And, like, she's taking on so much, not just her own issues, but other people's issues.
Yeah, she really goes out of her way to help with everybody's issues.
And everyone who meets her. She meets a majority of the Soma family. Everyone who meets her instantly is just like, this girl is special. Having this person in our lives can only make our lives that much better.
It was actually Shigure who pointed that out to the head of the family in the beginning. He said to Akito, who was like the head of the family, that this girl could be a good thing. And they kind of let it slide that she found out the big family secret.
Right, so there's a hierarchy of people in the family. Akito's sort of the top dog, quote unquote. He's not the dog.
Not the dog, but the top dog.
And he sort of governs the rules. Now, the Soma family is very large. They have
a small city.
Essentially a small city, and, like, they have second cousins, third cousins, people who have been sort of brought into the family fold, know the secret.
The family's big enough that there are people within the family that get married because they're, like, no way related.
This is really weird, and that's a trope of anime. Incest?
I guess
like,
it's a bit of
very
a trope
strange.
for them,
and that part of the show always makes me, like, cringe a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's strange, but, like, because they're supposed to be, like, kids, you're just like, okay, maybe it's just
it's okay.
Maybe it's the love they don't really understand.
Yeah, it's just a different kind of
like
love.
A friendship than it is anything else. You get a little bit of Toru's actual home life throughout the show. So She was living with her grandfather. Her grandfather invited some of his
it was
relatives,
his daughter and her family.
His daughter and her family to come in and live with them, but by doing so, they had to renovate the house, and that's why Toru's living in a tent. Right?
Yeah, she's like, all right, I gotta make do for a week.
So she
pitches a tent.
comes upon the Somas, who are like, and Yuki Soma is like the king of the high school.
Yeah, they call him like the prince of the high school, even though it's his first year in high school.
Meet him, and like one day she accidentally bumps into him.
He has a fan club. There's like a group of fan club girls.
They end up getting a really close bond. She meets his family, and Shigure, who's one of the head of houses, invites her to sort of live with them because this poor girl's living in a tent. You know, they feel bad, and like, of course, she knows the secret, so it's probably be good to keep an eye on her. And they find that like their lives are so different with her.
Yeah,
and so much better.
I mean, they'd said that before she was around, Kyo and Yuki couldn't even be in a room together, and now they just, they bicker back and forth all the time. And she, I think her New Year's wish was that they would be able to be friends, or that her presence would make a difference. She hears from other family members, wow, I noticed those two had changed a lot. They're actually in the same room together. That must be because of you, Toru. And she realized, like, I guess I wasn't around before for me to know, but I guess I am making a difference. And
little backstory on that. So, the family is the 12 zodiac animals, right? Which we mentioned earlier. But in this story, there's in fact a 13th animal. The cat.
Oh my god, yes.
The cat was tricked by the rat.
Yes.
And that's why he's not part of the Zodiac.
Yeah, he told him the party was the following day. And all the animals were supposed to go to this festival, and that's where the circle of the animals of the Zodiac formed together. But the cat was still at home thinking it was the next day. And that's why the cat missed out on being part of the Zodiac.
And you find out that Yuki is the rat, Kyo is the cat, and they hate each other.
Yeah, they're literally Tom and Jerry, just cat and mouse bickering back and forth, except for rat in this case.
When I found this out, my first thought was, this is not the first go-around on this curse. Like, this has been going on for generations. And when you find that out later on as well. So I'm just like, well, why do they hate each other? And you find out they really don't even know. Like, they hate each other because they're the cat and the rat.
Yeah, they think that's how it's supposed to be.
And then on top of that, their personalities sort of don't clash very well. So that adds to it and fuels the fire. But Toru comes in and sort of breaks down these walls. And there's a lot of walls getting broken in the actual show.
Yeah.
And it's fun and it's lively.
Yeah. And, Toru really, sees into a person's heart. And she finds out by getting close to Kyo and Yuki that one of the reasons why they bicker is because they're both envious of each other. They both see the good qualities in the other person, and they're jealous, and they don't see the good qualities in themselves.
I don't know if you should say they see the good qualities. What they see is
well, they see the bad ones too, but they are jealous of each other. So Yuki is jealous of Kyo because Kyo is always accepted by regular people. He seems to have a way of talking to them, whereas Yuki is very quiet, and he kind of closed himself off to other people.
Yeah, so Kyo is sort of the outsider in the family, but gets along with everybody outside the family very easily. Where Yuki
wants to get out of the family and be accepted by everyone else.
People, everyone wants to be around who's within the family. On top of that, he has all these people outside the family who also want to be around him, but he doesn't have sort of a connection to them. Yeah, and that's where Toru comes in.
And then Kyo's like, Yuki has it all. Everybody admires him. He's part of the Zodiac, and he's an amazing fighter. I can never beat him. But maybe if I do beat him, I'll be part of the Zodiac calendar.
Yeah, they all take martial arts to sort of help center themselves. And even though it takes an embrace of someone to turn them, they could also turn into their animal forms via stress, weakness, tiredness, stuff like that. When they push themselves too hard, if they're sick. And there are even times when that's shown in the show. You also meet some of the other characters, like the rabbit of the Zodiac, the dragon, tiger, snake, monkey, the boar.
You actually get to meet all of them in the show, except for the
two.
The horse and the rooster.
The horse and the rooster. So I imagine, B, you'll come across them in the manga.
They are in the manga.
Already?
No, not yet.
I haven't read that. I may actually
It's a long manga, but it's
because
really really good.
This show leaves a little something to be desired, I think.
Well, well, let's discuss that last. I think it's a good ending topic. But yeah, I mean, the manga is pretty fantastic. And the show, up until I think the end of the anime, the show follows the manga very, very true. I think scene by scene, practically.
Wow.
So
that's cool to see.
So it's like almost like looking at the manga, you kind of replay the show in your mind. And then where you get to where the show ends, I imagine it'll just, you keep going. That's all.
I kind of wish, and I understand the limitations of sort of film and TV when they take an adaptation of like a book or a comic, because they have to sort of tell this giant story in like a 2-hour block. They can't do everything that sort of needs to be done or should be done to translate the story well. So it's cool that for the majority of the anime to manga, that they were good. Like
they were true to the manga. Yeah, the animals that we see all but those two, the horse and rooster. It's funny that when she is meeting the different animals of the zodiac, like when she first met Kagura, they were like, "So, have you figured out what animal she is yet?" And she's like, "Should I? Like, should I be able to figure it out?" And they're like, "Oh, I thought you would have figured it out by now. Just seeing how she behaves. She'll go from shy and lovey-dovey to like charging after Kyo. I love you so much."
Yeah, I don't think I could have chosen or picked.
I guess if you think about what animals there are, or maybe because they know,
maybe the three main ones you could sort of figure out, because Kyo and Yuki kind of hate each other.
Yeah,
so
you see them bicker.
The cat and rat would be. I think it's funny too that like the rat Yuki can pretty much kick Kyo's butt no matter what.
Yeah,
it's sort of like a Tom and Jerry sort of like situation.
It really is. We find out that Kagura is the boar. So like they say that boars like charged and they get fierce and angry and they could be pretty tough animals. So she literally charges at Kyo.
I think I could take her.
Kyo is nice. Like he doesn't want to hurt her. He doesn't really fight back. He just takes it. He takes the punches. He takes the love beats. Maybe he can, but he doesn't even. He never tries. He never raises a hand to her. She's a girl, but her way of showing affection is by beating the crap out of him. She takes him. She literally grabs him by the collar and just swings him around her head and punches him until he's got bruises. And then she's like, "Oh my God, who did this to you?" But she gets a little carried away, and I feel like a lot of the personalities of the Soma family are very split from quiet and reserved to all of a sudden just crazy and outbursts. Being able to like see some of their personality traits with the animals that they are in the zodiac, I thought was pretty funny.
Because the show is so short, they kind of have to introduce all the characters as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the show is very lighthearted and fun, but then there are moments where you get like really intense emotion. It comes from sort of the parents or the guardians, so like you don't have Toru's mom around anymore, and you find out very early on when she's talking about her mom passing, how her dad hasn't, passed years and years ago. And this girl's in her teens, like mid-teens or whatever.
They're in early high school, first year of high school.
Then you get like other authority figures. You get her grandfather, who's a very nice man. His daughter and their family are like really terrible people. You kind of smack them around when the
grandfather does smack them.
Well, they deserved it.
Yeah, they're just they're really complainers. They're not nice people.
Although you have Shigure, who is like really fun and kind of lighthearted. He's the dog, by the way, because he's the best, and he's relaxed, but he answers to Kido, and Kido has a temper problem.
Oh yeah,
and
he's
you see this throughout the show, and there are moments when I was like, I don't want to say on the edge of my seat, but I was thoroughly entranced by the switch of lightheartedness to intense emotion.
There is no good parents in the show. They're either overprotective or they abandon their children. Like when they find out their child is an animal of the zodiac.
Yeah,
and mind you, this is like the parent that didn't know about it beforehand. This big news was kind of just thrown on them.
Right, so the members of the zodiac have the ability to erase an individual's mind, and they do this because they don't want people to know that there is such a curse and whatnot. You get backstory on a lot of characters and just sort of how life has sort of played out for them when things have gone wrong and people have found out friends had to have their minds erased, loved ones had to have their minds erased.
Hattori is the one who has that ability. He's the only one that has that responsibility for the family.
Well, still, that's a very heavy responsibility
Yeah.
to take on. And, like, the thing is, he pretty much does what Akito tells him to do.
Toru had this fear throughout the whole show that, am I next? Will that ever happen to me? Like, Hattori has this power, so if Akito ever wants her memory erased, he just has to give the order. So that's something that she was always fearful of.
One point in the show where she says to Yuki, like, look, even if that happens, there's promise that we can be friends, and this is a moment for Yuki. Because he doesn't feel like he connects with people. She says this to him, and his whole world sort of shatters because he's been pushing people away because he doesn't want
since he was a kid. Like, he was told that people wouldn't be friends with you if they knew you turned into a rat. That's absolutely ridiculous. If you're a rat, no one would want to be friends with you if they knew that. So that's why he's always pushed people away.
They have this kind of love triangle thing going on
with
Kyo and Toru. I'm curious how it plays out in the manga, so you're going to have to let me know.
Just looking online, I see so many people say, like, they love Kyo, they love Yuki. I actually see most people love Kyo. I'm a huge cat fan, so I mean, I can't go by that, but that reminds me, I see a lot of people quoting some of the things that Toru says over the course of the show. She has these just tidbits of wisdom that she shares with people.
Yeah, she comes across as like almost a dunce, but then
she has these moments of brilliance,
of just pure,
really just warmth and love, and
pure warmth.
Yeah, and she really does open up she opens up the hearts of so many people, Soma family and non-Soma family alike. And so here's the big question: if you had to be an animal in the zodiac, what would you be?
I'd be the dog.
Yeah, no, I figured as much.
Or the boar.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, you have to pick wisely because...
I wouldn't be the snake, because I hate snakes.
Yeah, no, you're not a fan of snakes. But...
Okay, we're going off on a tangent. Snakes are terrifying, okay? First of all, they got no legs.
But they have a really cool spine.
They can move incredibly fast. They can climb trees by wrapping themselves around. They can kill by choking. They can kill by venom. They sound
really cool, John.
I've watched videos of, like, snakes fighting alligators. It's terrifying. They can leap. They got no legs. They can leap.
They sound like the superheroes of the anime kingdom.
They can swim, and the thing is, like, they don't even, like, swim. They sound like glide on top of the water. Yeah. They're terrifying creatures. They're the worst things in the world.
They walk on water, John. This is amazing. You got me sold. I should be the snake.
Fortunately, the snake in this show is kind of
hilarious.
Different, but he's funny and he's likable. So.
Yuki's older brother.
Snakes are terrible creatures.
No.
They're the worst.
One thing we didn't mention is that each animal, each member of the zodiac calendar, they attract the animals that they are. So there's this one scene in class where Kyo, he's sitting there, and then next thing we know, he's in his his usual grumpy mood, and then you look over and there's kittens hanging all over him, and everyone's like, where did the kittens come from? Why are there kittens here? What a weirdo. Oh my god, it was really funny. I think the biggest question here, would I still pick the cat knowing it means being the outcast of the Soma family and not being part of the zodiac calendar?
I don't think you would.
Really?
Because you could still be the tiger.
Yeah, but it's not the same as cat.
First of all, tigers are way cooler than cats.
Well, they are cats. They're bigger cats.
Well, they're cool cats. Cats aren't cool.
Oh, cats are cool, John.
No, only big cats are cool. Like cats cats that can kill you. They're cool. No, Link is not a big cat.
He's got a big belly.
One of our many cats. If you cannot tell by my voice. She has 4 cats.
And now we have 4 cats.
I'm forced to have 4
cats. And he
cats.
loves them so much.
I like one of them.
I might post back cat pictures later because I can't.
Well, I'm glad you take care of social media because I would be deleting them.
I think I would still be the cat.
That's crazy. Pick the tiger. The tiger's better.
No, I don't think Kyo has such a bad deal.
Too.
I think I want to be a cat because
that's crazy talk.
Cat.
Before we sign off, one of the major things we wanted to say is the anime is incomplete.
Yeah, the big punchline is the anime just abruptly ends. Then they give it a couple episodes and neatly wrap up what would be a good ending to a season, not a show.
And then they have this sort of last scene, and you're just like, wait, there's no more?
Yeah, I don't know why they never continued it. Because
I would love for them to pick this back up.
I know, and up until the last couple episodes of the show, they were following the manga to the T.
And you know what? That said, though, the show, it does have a good ending.
Yeah,
despite
like it does
not being like a complete ending. If
yeah,
that makes
I mean,
sense.
again, it's a good ending to a season. Like, it does have some completeness to it. It does feel like an ending to something. It feels like the ending of a chapter of a story, not the ending of a book. That's why I'm reading the manga, because I simply must know.
Well, you're gonna have to tell
how
me
it continues.
how it
I
goes.
know.
All right, guys. So we're coming to a close. Last week we debuted a segment called Cosplay Corner. We're changing things up a little bit.
Yeah.
What we want to do moving forward is we want to highlight the people in the anime community that pull off cosplay super well. So we found 2 people out there. We're just gonna
Found them on Twitter.
Throw out their names so you can check them out. We're gonna repost or
They're
retweet
up there.
their posts. They got a picture of them as Toru and
Kyo. Nano Wolf 88 and Asalia-chan. Again, you can just go on our social media, go on Twitter, because you have to see the pictures. So they dressed up as the 2 characters. And I mean, with Kyo's, they even have like the bead bracelet that he has to wear, which I won't say why, because it's a spoiler. Just the details. And he has like the orange hair, like the wig, the little details. Like Toru's school outfit is exactly her school outfit. And I thought like the bead bracelet was just like the perfect little detail that they added to this costume.
Yeah, it was
and
really
together
cool,
I was like, oh my god, that's fantastic.
Well done, guys.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so that wraps up the show. Get at us. You could reach us through email, gitcanime@gmail.com. We're on Facebook and Twitter at GITC Anime Podcast. Look for us on iTunes and SoundCloud. Give us a rating. We want to know what you think. We'd love to get some stars going. That'd be cool. We'd love any constructive criticism you have, because that'd be good for us to keep things going, keep things fresh. So add us, all right? Let us know.
And now, I'm really excited to announce we're on Patreon. You can go right on Patreon and search for GITC Anime. And speaking of Patreon, shout out to our very first patron, Blake.
Yeah,
Woo!
Blake. Blake is the man.
He is. He's the best. So look for us on there, and
if you want,
the more that you are a patron for, the more rewards that you will reap. And we do have more pretty awesome ones planned for the future, so
check us out. No pressure. These episodes will still come at you for free.
Next week,
we
are doing Akira, the 1988 movie. Throwback.
Boom, boom, boom.
Classic. So, yeah, see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah.